Let's take a look at the light sword. So we're not going to say what this is. We all know what it is. It's from a branded, very popular movie that we all know, but this is not an officially licensed version of the thing that's in that movie. So we're going to call it a light sword. And what you can see, though, is that we've got the handle down here, and then we've got the actual blade of this sword. Some might call a sword a saber, for example. And then on the side here, there's two buttons. So when we press this, I'm going to press this little button down here, it's going to light up that part of the sword. And as you can see as it's going, it makes the sounds of a sword moving around there. And we have at the bottom here another button. Now, one thing that's weird about this, and I think just something to be aware of, the actual sword only illuminates for about 20 or 30 seconds when you press the button. So if you're looking for a prop where it's going to stay on for a long time, this is not that. Like, you press it, switches on. I like the action as it illuminates. It sort of starts from the base and goes up to the top. It's got the nice sounds, but then it's going to shut off again. Now, a couple of things we can do, though, is when we're using this, so you can see, again, very short time. Like, really, maybe you switch it on for a photo if you're using this as a costume prop, or, for your kids, they can switch it on for a short time just to use it. Another thing you can do when it's on, there's a second button. You press that, and this makes some kind of metal sword ninja style, I would say, sounds. Doesn't quite fit with the theme of the rest of it, but it's something they can do with it. The other thing, too, is that when it's switched on, it actually seems to have a motion sensor. So watch this. When I switch it on, if I hit something, it does make a sound effect. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And the lights change on there as you're hitting things. So that's nice. And it actually comes in the pack with two of these. You get this green one and you get a blue one. So if you gently, as a play type of thing, hit the swords together or hit them on something gently, I wouldn't hit too hard, but it does make those cool sound effects as you're moving it around. Batteries are changeable, which is great, especially if your kids are playing with this. They're going to go through a lot of batteries. And ultimately, I think that's why it only comes on for a short time period. Lighting this whole thing up, it uses a good amount of power to do that. And I find the batteries last for probably a week with my kids playing with this really actively. So it's nice to be able to swap those out. And it's actually nice that you can't sort of switch it on and leave it on for too long and run the battery down. So just keep that in mind, though. If you want something that's going to illuminate for a long time period, then this is probably not the saber sword that you want to use. But for that just sort of prop type of thing, I think it works great. What is this good for? I think in my experience, I bought it for a costume prop for a space-themed event, and it worked great for that. Super fun. It's light. It's got the sound effects. You switch it on, show people, it switches off again. Really awesome. It would make a perfect prop for Halloween costume, too. And also, if you're just doing like going to a convention, a comic book convention or something like that, or doing cosplay, and you need some kind of a prop for your character, then this is a good fit for that because, it's a pretty basic one, but it's got the nice styling. I think the actual illumination and action of the lighted part here does really great. And overall, I'm very happy with it.